So in this video, we're going to be looking at how to make your subject stand out when editing a photo. Now, if you're new to the channel, I'm a primary school teacher. However, me and my wife-to-be run a photography business. It's a wedding and family photography business. And we're always trying to go through edits to refine our skills. So we thought today we'd show you how we make our subjects pop out during our wedding edits.
So open Lightroom, find the image that you'd like to select, and then we're going to go to the radial tool and we want to highlight the image or the part of the image we'd like to pop out. Then, as you can see, we need to invert that selection, which I've just done. And the invert will highlight everything around that area. Once we've inverted it, we need to go to the light section. And this is where it's completely up to you guys to tinker around with the lights until you find the image that you're happy with, one that makes it stand out but darkens those edges. So have a go with the contrast, try the exposure, the shadows, even the black, whites and highlights until you're happy that your subject is popping out. Another good tip is if there's parts of the background that you want to blur, go to the effects menu and edit the texture or the clarity. And this will blur out some of that background, creating a bit more of a focal length. Once you're happy with what you've got so far, what I like to do is go to the presets and just have a play around until you find a preset that you think really enhances the image. For this one, I'm between lift shadows and flat. I like the lift shadows because it looks really natural, but I also like the flat because it really does pop the color of the rings out. One really important feature to remember is that when you're selecting your subject, you've got to use the feather tool located under the eraser in the top left. The feather tool will act as a spotlight to enhance the subject. However, if you put too harsh a feather on, it will look like you've spotlighted the subject and it will look really unnatural. So make sure you feather it to maybe halfway, below halfway, so it doesn't look obvious that you've just put a giant spotlight on the subject. So on this next image, I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to go to the radial brush, going to highlight this couple, we're going to invert the selection, and then we're just going to play around with the light until we find a setting that we really like and that we feel pops them out even more so. Sometimes you may find that once you've inverted the selection, you've played with the light, a preset might not be needed. I find that after editing this one, I actually prefer the original after I've done the radial tool to the preset that I selected. Have a look, see what you think. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it, and like the videos if you're enjoying the content. Thanks so much. We'll see you in the next one.